Everybody ready to go? All right, Coach.
Okay, obviously very tough loss Saturday, especially against our rival. The way that we lost, our defense played outstanding, played good enough to win. Holding those guys to 6 points was really something. Then the fact we threw the pick six just made it that much tougher. Got pretty beat up during the game and even going into the game. Just a couple updates on injuries. Marcus Davis, we lost him for the regular season with a shoulder injury. That's a tough blow. You know, he's one of our leaders and obviously our punt returner. Chandler Cox had a leg injury. He'll be out this week. We're hopeful to have him back for the Iron Bowl. Cameron Petway will not play again this week. Same status. We hope to have him for the Iron Bowl. Stanton Truitt injured his ankle early in the game. Tried to keep fighting through. Couldn't go in the second half. It swelled up pretty good. He'll be out this week. Hopeful to have him for the Iron Bowl. Also, Josh Shockley, we lost him for the regular season with a shoulder injury. Been playing very well in special teams as of late. And then Sean White, like he said the other day, re-injured his shoulder. We'll see. It's going to be a day-to-day, week-to-week deal. I'm not ready to make a call one way or another with him, but we'll play him when he's healthy, and we'll see how that goes this week. And I'll give an update later in the week on that. Senior Day this week, obviously a big game being the last home game for our seniors. We got an excellent group. I've been talking about our leadership and the character that they have, and so I'm really excited for those guys, their last home game, and looking for win number 8 on the season to take those guys out on a positive note. So, questions? Yeah, well, like I said, we'll play him when he's healthy.
Has there been any change as far as backup quarterback? Is it still going to be John Franklin?
Well, John Franklin's taken all the number 2 reps. Jeremy's taken reps the last couple of weeks, so not ready to make a call exactly on that, like I said earlier, but later in the week, I'll definitely let everybody know.
Is there some hope that Marcus could come back for a bowl game?
That's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping. I mean, he's one of our leaders. He's a superhuman being. Got great character, hard worker. That's a tough blow. That's a real tough blow.
Yeah, Gus, does Stephen Roberts become the punt returner with Marcus out?
Right. Stephen Roberts will be the punt returner. Ryan Davis also will be in that mix too.
What's the plan for running back this week without Cameron in there? We got Carry On, we got Cam Martin, Malik Miller's going to practice this week. Rudy Ford has gotten reps during the season, so we'll see how that all goes. And I'll probably have a better idea running back wise what our plan will be towards the end of the week too.
I mean, surely you're going to be tempted to sit Carry On this week in anticipation of the Iron Bowl to try to get him back to as close to 100% as possible, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, we need to win this game too. So I'm not ready to make a call, like I said, on that right now.
Yes. Sean said on Sunday that maybe he needed to do a better job expressing his degree of pain to the coaching staff. In a situation like that, how much are you going based off what he says, and how much of it is just what you're seeing yourself out in the field?
Well, I think it's a combination of all the above, and I think Brett probably said it best. I mean, he got us here. He had an excellent year, and obviously we knew he wasn't 100%, but it was a close game, and he wanted to be in there, and I know his teammates wanted to be in there, and obviously we couldn't find a way to score in that second half, but he's a tough guy. He's one of our leaders, and
Gus, any defensive guys? I mean, Trey and Deshaun still been banged up. Carlton Davis, Josh Holsey. Any of the plans to keep those guys out?
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that yet either, but we're healthier on that side of the ball right now.
I don't think Nate Craig played very much, if at all, the other day, at least offensively. Is he healthy? What's the situation?
Yeah, he had a little bit of a quad last week, but he's a guy that he'll be on the field more this week.
How confident are you if Rooney needs to take snaps at running back? I know he's recruited there, but hasn't really played since he's here.
Yeah, I'll probably answer that question better later in the week too. He hadn't taken a whole lot of snaps at running back.
Is there any possibility that Cameron's quad injury that he could miss the Iron Bowl?
I mean, I'm not ready to say that yet. We're hopeful, We're hopeful.
Who is Marcus Davis's immediate backup? Who will be stepping into his shoes?
Yeah, I mean, Marcus, he played a lot of different positions. He was really a security blanket. He played all three receiver positions during the season. Jason Smith's a guy that played that position a lot last year that obviously has experience, but the biggest thing with him is he's a security blanket, and he's always great at blocking. He's great without the ball. That's really in his leadership. That's the biggest issues that we have.
Carry on really being needed more at running back, and him also just getting over an injury himself. Has it been considered taking him out of kick returns to save him for more of the offensive side of the ball?
A big game like the other night. I mean, we wanted to put him back there that last kickoff return. I mean, he's one of our best kickoff returners. So strategically, moving forward, we'll have a plan. But that's the reason you saw him there at the end of the game. That's the reason he's back there.
If you had it to do over again, that second half against Georgia, would you run the football more?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think when you don't score a point in the second half, I mean, you would do a lot of things differently, and there's a couple opportunities we could have ran the football. We chose to throw it, and we didn't execute it. Regardless, doesn't matter. We didn't get it done. So, I think anytime you go through a situation like that, you'd like to have a couple things back.
Did you, during the Georgia game, ask Sean, at any point, should we take you out? Are you hurt badly?
No, we talked to him at halftime, and he's got the look in his eye he's wanting to play, and I really didn't. We never had that conversation, we never had that conversation. I would have liked to known if he was worse. I mean, it would have been good to know, but like I said, I think he said it the other night. I mean, moving forward, he'll communicate better. He's a tough guy, and he's trying to win a game, and it's a one-score game, and he felt like he could do it, or he'd have said something. So.
How important is his teammates' obvious confidence?
Yeah. Yeah, it is very important. It's probably the most important thing. The confidence and the trust that the team has in a guy that he's answered the bell before, and the week before he wasn't 100%, and he answered the bell, and he was trying to fight, and like I said, we didn't get it done around. I mean, we had a couple drops too. I mean, it wasn't just him. No, so.
Moving forward with Sean, will you have a deeper conversation with him about injuries? Because it's clear that he's saying to you he's fine, but he's not.
Yeah, I think there's always learning things, between coaches and players with experience and going through different things and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I think definitely moving forward, the conversation, will be different.
How is it that you and Red didn't see that during the game, though, especially in the second half, though, Gus? Because when you're not making play calls, and you're more of a head coach, you say on the sideline, but he's visibly loosening his shoulder, pulling in his shoulder in pain. How is it that both of you didn't see that in the third quarter when he was failing to complete passes?
Yeah, I think really, if looking back in the third quarter, I think we had was it 2 drops and then 1 drop in the fourth quarter. Made a phenomenal throw on the back shoulder down their sideline on a wheel route. So I don't think that's the whole answer right there. I mean, obviously he said that he banged it up and wasn't 100%, but he also made some plays right there, and even the last play of the game right there could have been caught. So, that's probably the best way to answer that.
What do you think the issues were with the pass protection against Georgia? There were a few times that had free guys coming right
Yeah. The very first third down, they had a free hitter there on a hot route, and a couple other times they got us. So we got to obviously the next 2 games we got to do a good job protecting our quarterback.
You had a punt, I want to say, in the fourth quarter, Gus. You had a guy that was way on the outside that was uncovered. They were freaking out about it on TV. I didn't notice it on the field at the time. Was that something you guys were designing to kind of run?
No. We just got a guy on the field late. We had a couple injuries right there, and we had a guy that got on the field late. No, we weren't trying to throw it to him or anything like that.
closing in on the record for the most sacks in the season. I mean, how valuable has he been?
Yeah, I mean, Carl's been one of our top players, one of the best players in college football, and he stayed healthy this year and just been a big-time impact player. And so it wouldn't surprise me at all if he accomplishes that.
He obviously played a different position than Nick Fairley did, but what kind of similarities do you see between those two?
Well, they're both impact players. I mean, that an offense has to be aware of where they're at, and they can change a game. And he's done that a couple times this year with huge sacks, especially in the fourth quarter of games that could go either way.
Gus, if you have to play John Saturday, I mean, how important is it that he run the entire offense, throwing the ball in case he's a guy that can stop
Yeah, well, I think it's important. I think it's important for him and or whoever that can run the whole offense.
Looking back, Gus, how do you right now put Jeremy's career in your words right now with this being his last home game?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously it's been tough the last 2 years on him, and I think everybody knows that. But he's handled himself well. He's been there for his teammates and just trying to help us win any way he can.
You said you don't want to make a call on whether you would go with John or Jeremy if Sean can't go. What do you want to see in the next 2 or 3 days to make you go one way or another if Sean can't go?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of all of the above right there. We'll go out to practice today and tomorrow, and we'll see the health of Sean first. I think that's where it starts, and then you go that next step.
I was going to ask you before the season about possibly redshirting Jeremy if he wanted to be a graduate transfer. You said it was premature. He played only a handful of plays.
Yeah.
He played, I think, 1 rep on special teams against Mississippi State. Looking back on it, we wish you would have done that.
No, we never had a conversation about him wanting a red shirt or anything like that. I don't know where that came from, and that came from you.
Cam Martin, he kind of referenced the wheel route earlier. Gus, Cam had that drop, and it was a critical play in the game, or could have been a critical play in the game. Does he kind of have to work his way back into good graces with you this week? I mean, how does it go for a freshman?
No, Cam's a great person. He's a great competitor, and he's a freshman. He's still learning. Hadn't played a whole lot, and he was put in a tough situation. But Cam's going to be a great player for us. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, and we have confidence in him, and he's going to make a whole lot of plays to help us win games in the future.
Are you confident in
Go ahead. Is Keenan Sweeney your next guy up and fullback?
Yeah. We got Jalen Harris, Spencer Nye, Keenan Sweeney. All 3 of those guys have had reps at that H-back position.
Are you confident that if you had to go with Jeremy Saturday that he would be able to get it done?
Yeah, I'm confident in whoever we put out there, they get it done. And that's 100% the truth.
When did you have a conversation with Woody Barrett kind of letting him know you are going to redshirt? Because sometimes you just don't want to tell players that.
Yeah, I think it was pretty early. You got to keep in mind, I mean, he got here at the very first of fall camp. He wasn't here in the summer. Then he had an ankle injury that held him out for about 3 weeks to a month. And so, I mean, he's going to be a real good player for us. But it was somewhere along after the injury coming back.
Anything else?
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.